Welcome back to day 9 of the 100 horror films in 31 days. I only got in 3 films today, only. Uh, First up, 1973's Messiah of Evil, directed by the husband and wife team of William Huck and Gloria Katz. Uh, Interestingly, William Huck was an uncredited screenwriter for Star Wars, and then Gloria Katz was part of American Graffiti. So they have a pretty interesting pedigree behind them. This little exploration into 70s horror is a fascinating watch. It's a little slow at times, but very interesting. Basically, the storyline is uh, a woman goes to visit her family in search of her father, and encounters this couple that are essentially Satanists, for lack of a better description, and the entire town um, is a participant in this, and they're actually cannibals, zombies almost. Um, there's also an element of this dark stranger at the film that's kind of behind all these things, and he is apparently some person that survived the Donner Party killing, um, the death in the mountains where they had ended up having to eat each other to survive, it's a true story. Uh, but he is the one that's kind of creating this evil that permeates the town. It's a very creepy, atmospheric film, and I think it's a well done film. I'm very interested in watching this Code Red release, listening to the audio commentary with William Huck. That's going to be fascinating. It's a little 70s gem. I would highly recommend you checking this out. And this Code Red release is a nice release. Um, it's probably maybe not for everyone, but I think it's got enough creepy atmosphere that it deserves a viewing. Next up is another 1973 film, and that is the sequel to Tombs of the Blind Dead. Now we've got Return of the Blind Dead. And if you like Tombs of the Blind Dead, you're going to like Return of the Blind Dead. It's basically the same story, same moody atmosphere, same creepy, eerie feeling, just a different locale. This time, and you do get a little bit more of the backstory of the Templar Knights. This time, what you find out is that the Knights were killed by the villagers, and their eyes were actually burned out with torches rather than their eyes plucked out by birds in the first film. Whether they were plucked out or burnt out, they're still blind skeletal monks that basically they still need human sacrifice to continue their immortality scenario, and they go about it very grisly in this film. The film, as these films progress, they get more and more graphic with the violence and the gore. Uh, but it's a very good film. It's just as good as the first one, in my opinion. So Mondo Osorio did a great job of following up his classic Spanish film. That is actually the alternate title, Return of the Evil Dead, not Return of the Blind Dead, Return of the Evil Dead. And then finally, I watched the much ballyhooed Raw. This was directed by a female director called Julia Ducournau. I guess it's a French film. Came out in 2017. It's on Netflix if you have an interest in watching it. It is basically a cannibal film. Uh, it's been labeled a masterpiece. My guess is that people that are labeling it a masterpiece don't watch a lot of horror films, because this is really a surface level cannibal film. I mean, there's no brilliant metaphors or extraordinary storylines going on here. This girl is a vegetarian, and she basically gets a virus from eating a raw rabbit kidney, which causes her to crave flesh, human flesh. Um, that's the story. I mean, it's well done. It's well done, but is it a masterpiece? I think it's far and away no. I give it a 7 out of 10. It's a good movie. It's well done technically, but a masterpiece. I mean, I don't know. To me, it's no different than it's a variant on a theme that we've seen many, many, many times before. That's just as good. I think 2013's Contracted uh, is to me a much more entertaining film than this. I don't know that it's better. I think they're all kind of in a pack of fairly good films, but I don't see what all the uproar is about. It's a very surface level cannibal film caused by a virus. So I liked it okay, but I don't know what all the hemming and hawing is that this is some great piece of work of art. Anyway, that's Raw, and you can check it out for free on Netflix, I believe. So that'll wrap up day 9. Thanks for watching.